actually dress up as a golden goose and go running up and down outside Parliament.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Best day of our lives. Today we're in Chalfont St Giles in Buckinghamshire, and we are visiting one of the most impressive property developments that I've ever seen. It's in an area of outstanding natural beauty within the greenbelt. It's 3 detached luxury homes, £10+ million worth of GDV, impressive finish, impressive developer, and I can't wait to show you around. Let's go and have a look. Amazing clean finish, really earthy. It's also been done with biophilic design, which is working with nature, working with the space that's surrounding and intertwining all of the organic stuff that everyone's been talking about for years and years and years. It's pretty unique. This bit here, the courtyard.
Little courtyard is exceptional.
George, could you imagine yourself sitting down here and enjoying yourself with your partner, your family, your kids running around in the garden, just taking the day off.
Imagine watching
like, the Formula One.
Deer running through the
And then you've got literally deer and
like
yeah, exactly.
Bats and
it's just amazing.
badgers and it's.
So this is the one
and
that's
the entrance where there is an entrance, but it's all sort of like greenery. There's lights. Like they've not taken too much of the nature out of the site. There's still so much of it.
Yeah. It's absolutely brilliant. Just seeing these sliding doors, actually, I'm buying some sliding doors myself right now. Not this big, mine's about this big. Yeah. All the materials here have been carefully selected to make sure that they have an element of sustainability and some natural element to them. And you can just feel it, not only in the colours, but also in the textures of everything. It really does come through, and it does marry itself with the outside so nicely. And the high ceilings and the fact that it's got the skylights in it just gives you that impression of being inside and outside at the same time. I think we're gonna have to start saving up. I mean, there's nothing better than looking out over nature, having greenery all around you, but at peace and quiet. I actually live across the road from a building site for the next 2 years. They're building 300 units. I woke up the other day, 8 AM with jackhammering. I'm gonna have to start getting used to that. I don't think you're gonna have that problem here. You know, all this biodiversity net 10%. All I've been hearing from all these developers on these WhatsApp groups and circles I'm going around, they're just saying it's killing all our deals.
Part of it is like people making policy, creating a planning policy and creating decisions. I have literally no idea. Like, all right, we'll have, and don't bear in mind, look, I'm into nature and all of this stuff. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I grew up in a council house, right? I'd be putting 50% affordable housing everywhere if I could, right? But, you know, BNG, affordable housing, SIL, Section 106, increased build costs, future home standards.
It's nuts.
It's just not viable. You can't have, unfortunately, everything and still generate enough of a land value to incentivise landowners. That is the bottom line. But when people don't understand that, and they think like developers are all flying around in helicopters making fortunes, I don't know what they think. And when we say actually no, it's not easy, they think we're lying. Well, why has the SME developers gone from that 12,500 to 2,000? It's not because it's so easy and we all make so much money. I mean, look, it's there in black and white.
Exactly.
Like, anyway,
so when you told them that, what did they say?
Well, yeah, well, I'm telling them now. But anyway, the whole point about this like viability system is like all of that stuff we have to go through in due course. You click on the site, it gets all of the numbers, and you can almost have like little levers for like 50% affordable housing, 10% BNG, this, that and the other, and then eventually it's like, well, look, oh, right, see what happens when you ask for everything. Nothing happens. So you decide where you want the balance to be, because you can't have it anyway. And one of the things that gets squeezed big time is the developer's margin, right? And that's why most of them go bust and disappear. So they can carry on doing that for as long as they like, but don't be surprised when there's no developers left, and who's going to build the houses?
Exactly. Let's go.
Sorry.
I can tell you're passionate about it though.
We might be able to do something with that. I don't know what bits we need to cut out.
Well, it's true though. So if you are an accomplished, esteemed developer and you're bringing affordable housing stock, increasing the supply, that's what we want. We want more people like you. If you're getting put off by doing development, and we've got an affordable housing crisis, it's like all you're going to get is a bunch of numpties who don't know what they're doing, who are going to do their first development, go bankrupt, and that cycle keeps on repeating itself. And you're probably going to get pretty crap stock as well at the same time.
Do you know what? The main reason, if you remember, I started the training business 10 years ago, was because I was getting off with developers. Because what happens is, you know this, they pay too much for stuff because they don't know what they're doing. They get halfway through it, they realise they pay too much for it. All they can do is start cutting costs and dumbing down. And that's how you end up with buildings.
Exactly. So what's that one?
Blackthorn, horn.
Blackthorn.
Campion, yarrow.
Got choices. So impressive. This is a little self-contained studio. So basically, because you've got basically a little house in a house.
Oh, because
you've got the kitchenette there, you've got your bathroom there, you've got your living space up here. This is where the kids go and make their little dens. Oh wow, this is super cool. There's a study up here. Or my new TikTok studio. There is a bigger underlying problem, and we talked about it when we did Property People as well. Something radical needs to change, and viability does sound like a potential solution, because until people see it in black and white, the amount of data that can collect, because if you've got loads of developers all doing these deal appraisals, and then you can send the data saying, look how many deal appraisals are getting done across the country and how many of them are stacking up. It's just not working. There is intent to create more, and then if you take that public as well, then maybe there's a bit more pressure. We understand why they do all of these incentives, or net biodiversity gain, all that. That's great, but in practice, it's some guy probably just doing it on a spreadsheet saying that sounds good, but they're missing out loads of different variables, so they get the wrong number, they get the wrong outcome.
The thing is, and that's the reason I started doing the podcast, right, to get inside property development, seriously. And because there's a lot of people involved in the process and all the rest of it, stakeholders, decision makers, consultees, right? All of whom are looking at things in their own little realm of expertise, in their own little stuff. They're not really thinking about the bigger picture. Someone looking at the ecology report is quite well, you're just thinking about the ecology. Someone looking at a highway, and there's a ton of different reports and different stuff. And the problem is, because we lost a lot of planning officers and the way the system's gone, that people won't take a view on stuff. They haven't got and it's complicated, it's really complicated,
Very
right?
complicated.
You need a lot of knowledge and experience to weigh up what all of this different stuff means. So, of course, the easy option is X, Y, Z consultee says, oh, I don't think it's very good. Oh, well, so-and-so highway say they don't like it, that's it, refused. Ecology say they don't like it, refused. How's it, so many people that refuse don't like it. The amount of schemes that get refused because of what the refuse department say, I'm not joking, it's like off the scale. Now, I'm not saying all of that stuff should be ignored, but it's like, someone with knowledge and experience and seeing the bigger picture needs to be taking a view on stuff and understanding it.
And it's not only planning consultants we're losing, we're also, the housing minister's been a revolving door as well for so many years.
You've got people making decisions and creating policies, but that don't really understand how it works. And someone like biodiversity net gain, a fantastic thing, I agree with it, right? But when you get into the detail of the policy and some of the stuff they've done, the people making the policy have not realised the implications of what that actually means in reality.
How soon can people get hold of viability to start using that to be able to run their deals through it?
Well, we've got a beta version out now.
Cool. So coming very, very soon for the wider...
Coming now.
Coming now.
Yeah, but again, it's like, so it's like, you know, it's work in progress. We're adding stuff all of the time. There's, you know, one of the things we're doing, which is really good, is obviously looking at all like off-site manufacturer, you know, modular, Cat 1, 2, 3, 4, all the different ways of doing things to see, well, what's the best thing to do for any site.
Very good.
So it is good. It will be good. So.
This is just absolutely phenomenal.
People around and just being like, hey.
Wow. This is now my favourite. I think I've said that in every single one that I've seen. I mean, just that kind of waking up to this, and you got the shower on the other side. I mean, this is quite dreamy for me. The good thing about working with Paul is he's absolute perfectionist, attention to detail about everything. So we work with the finance side of things, but I know that he's doing the architectural side of things, I know that he's doing the planning side of things, I know he's doing the constructional side of things, pulling it all together. The legal side of things, there's so much that goes into becoming a successful property developer. This site, for over 30 years, they tried to get planning on it and they couldn't. It was in the greenbelt, it was an area of outstanding natural beauty. To build anything on it was neon impossible. There were some agricultural buildings on the site, but every developer that tried to, and I think there's about 7 or 8 applications over the last 30 years, they all failed to get the planning approval. Paul was able to see something that nobody else could. And in doing so, over a 7-year period, through multiple appeals, was finally able to get the approval, spending 6 figures on planning applications, on reports, barristers, etc. He was able to get the consent to now build and complete what I can only describe as one of the most exceptional detached family homes that I've ever seen. Speak soon.
I'll talk to you on the phone, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Nice meeting you. Ciao, bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Thanks for joining me on another site visit where we go to see our clients all across the country doing property developments, investments. We do the finance, we do the brokering. If you like what you see, you like the channel, you want to see more, please do like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment. If you've got any questions, do reach out in the show notes. We'll have all our contact details. So hope to hear from you again soon. See you next time. If we all chipped in and we do a timeshare on it, how much is £3 million divided by 52?
Timeshare?